we are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular transmission interface through your internet collective consciousness. The whole idea is that our particular origins does reside within that of the star that you would know as Sirius A, which we exist in as that of which you would know as the sixth density of existence. The whole idea is that we really do not function within the confines of space and time. That truly where we exist now as non-physical essence does not constitute the flow in regards to the regime of space and time. That we are an essence, not particularly an entity in that sense, as that would represent more of a being existing within your astral realms. Again, still operating within the dimensions of space and time. To where we truly exist is that of which you would know as monadic group-based consciousness. That we are a group complex. Be very similar to the idea of what you would understand as your ocean upon your planet. That we literally, shall we say, exist as the currents, as the waves of the ocean. But we are literally connected to all other oceans upon your planet. We are connected to every microcosmic to macrocosmic element, understanding upon your planet. Therefore, the nature of our particular existence itself is that of, shall we say, non-corporeality. As we function in regards to communications with other particular consciousnesses, with other particular presences, with other stars contained within the galaxy herself, within many other galaxies, within many other realms, dimensions, densities, shall we say, in unique perspectives to the best way that we can put it. That we in that sense did operate in regards to the fourth and fifth density planes previously. But from the perspective that this conduit is currently communicating with us, that we exist approximately what you would understand in a linear-based term as 78,500 years within your future. The whole idea is that, once again, we do exist within the star of Sirius. Again, existing as pure essence, pure energy, pure light. And that, shall we say, in regards to that of the fourth and fifth density platforms to which we previously occupied, we existed within the third planet of the star of Sirius A. That our particular appearance within that, shall we say, dimensional plateau in both the fourth and the fifth density would be very similar to what you would understand as your Nordic races. That we existed, shall we say, very similar to you in humanoid presence. That we existed as tall, approximately 7 feet in your counting. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Cheekbones, shall we say, somewhat different in structure, a little bit more elongated, shall we say. But really not too much of a differentiation in presence to yourselves. Our ears, in that sense, was a little bit longer, shall we say, rounded at the tip. But this is primarily how we existed, that we existed as humanoid life, and that we are, in that sense, descendants from, shall we say, several other different stars. Much of the stars that once constituted life contained within the constellation that you would know as Lyra. That there are also, shall we say, other particular races that were seeded from Arcturus that came upon Sirius as well. Now, not just primarily our race, but many other races as well, too, originated from these particular degrees, these platforms of consciousness, these platforms of life to which Lyra, Arcturus themselves reside. And that we have, in that sense, existed upon our particular former planet, of which you would understand is the third planet. You could simply refer to it as Sirius A3, or whatever you feel you wish to call it. But basically, we were in that sense functioning in regards to community. We were once in that sense builders ourselves. moved further into the degrees of technology to help us explore and understand, shall we say, exploring the stars just as many of you will be in your times ahead. And that through our particular planet, through our particular star, we began to explore much of the galaxy, and we came upon many other different races that were, in that sense, in harmonious vibration to our cause, to where we wanted to assist in the unification of worlds, to assist through the association, to bring forward, shall we say, harmony, alignment, the nature of understanding ourselves by communicating with others. And so we were therefore, shall we say, ambassadors, builders, liaisons to other races, to other worlds, and that we assisted in regards to any particular form of, shall we say, advancement that other civilizations were looking to integrate harmoniously within themselves. And so, therefore, through their own permissions, we were able to assist them in this way, helping them to become, shall we say, star-bound, assisting them in regards to understanding the nature of reality, moving deeper into the connections internally through the innerness that we all present. And therefore, this represents much of the, shall we say, brief history of ourselves, exploring many facets of this galaxy and other galaxies as well. Much in regards to our technology expands itself dynamically to literally function in regards to, shall we say, different hyperdimensional spatial variables, which basically means, shall we say, appearing in any point in space at any given moment. That was the basic idea in regards to much of our technological chariots, to literally explore the vastness of space, different dimensions, and different realms of consciousness that helped us to better understand ourselves. So, in conclusion, yes, we once existed upon Sirius Alpha 3, and we are now a part of that of what you would know as the star of Sirius. Not so much in regards to individuality, but literally that of what you would know, again, as a monadic consciousness, functioning together as allness. That there is no, shall we say, individualized mind or ego of any sort. We simply function together as one mind, as one being. That is the understanding. The whole idea is that our particular perspective is simply, shall we say, sharing what we understand, of what we can perceive reality to be through all of you. The reason why many of us in that sense are bringing our perspectives to you is because we are literally reaching back to extensions of ourselves. You, yourselves, as human beings, all have, shall we say, other particular forms of extensions that represent yourselves, shall we say, functioning as many different members of civilizations, many different cultures that expand beyond your world. And therefore, many of these different cultures, these civilizations are, shall we say, reconnecting back to you, simply because you are family, you are oneness, just as we are. And so literally our particular unique perspective with all of you represents the idea of assistance through that of love, that we are reconnecting back to our family, that our perspectives are simply that which is meant to be shared. We are not in that sense containing any particular form whatsoever of attempting to enforce anything upon you. You are always free to accept or reject everything that we share, everything that we provide. But our unique perspective simply is to be of loving service. That is the nature of our relationship. Therefore, this conduit whom we are, in that sense, sharing our particular flow, our connections of energy together with, simply represents an extension of ourselves. And that we are a higher aspect of his in regards to perspective. That's the whole idea in regards to the nature of our relationship. And that many other beings like us, in that sense, are reaching back to many of you to, again, be of loving service to all of you, sharing a particular perspective to helping you along in regards to understanding all the facets that represent yourselves, to moving yourself more into a state of purity, to bringing yourself in regards to understanding what you know you can become, and what you are in regards to many different expanses relating to dimensional and density, shall we say, qualities. We thank you.